Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Flagstaff V Lite 30WTBSK. I'm going to walk you around your trailer here, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, leave plenty of room for that awning to come in and out. On your off campsite, besides your slide, I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. If there's two big slides and right in between them is going to be where your power and water connections are going to be. So park accordingly so you can utilize facilities at the campsite. First thing we're going to do is level our unit. Your unit comes with a power tongue jack. A night docking light should you arrive at night. Simply raise or lower the unit to your level. I do recommend on one this big, with the unit closed, find the center, put a stick on level on there, have someone watch that while you bring this up and down. Now should you lose power, under this little rubber stopper right here, this hand crank will get down in there, latch on and get you up and down should you lose power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts every now and then, make sure those haven't wiggled loose over time. Once you got a unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. The unit comes with power stabilizing jacks. They'll switch on the side. I'm going to show you, recommend that you keep an eye on your feet when they come down. Over here, we're just going to hit extend. When they come down, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks, dirt, debris, and hot blacktop. Get a 4-pack of them. Put them down. See, one side here has a locking arm. Run these down just until they're taut. Once it feels like it's going to start lifting your unit, go ahead and stop. Now we'll also show you, these also have a manual override should you lose power. This hand crank is slotted. You slide up in there. And you can run these back up or down because you not have power. So get the ones down in the front and the back. Got our unit level and stable. Let's go ahead and hook up your power and water. Got a big long 30-foot, 30-amp cord. Furion one's way they plug in now is they'll come in to the left. Once it's in, straighten it out, put your gray washer on. Now at the end of that service, should you need to plug into a 110, in your convenience pack will be a 30 to 15 amp reducer. Got your power hooked up, let's hook up our water. Inside this door, which your 751 key will fit on, is your docking station. Directions here to the left. Two ways to set this. Down for city water, to left for winterizing. Or down for city water. This one's tank flush. This is our water connection. First and foremost, your city water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protected lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so always use this. Hook that up, hook up your hose. Don't turn your hose on yet. You got one more step. Let's find your hot water heater. Yours is located just left of the entry doorway. All we're doing at this point, folks, is making sure our drain plug's back in there. Get some plumber's tape on that, get that in there. Once that's in there nice and plumb, nice and tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After the hose has been on for a little bit, you can go inside and deploy your slides. Our unit's level, stable, got power. Go in there and open up your slides. I need you to get in there and open up your water taps. Get all your water lines opened up. Get a nice steady flow of water going through them, all the air out of the lines. Once all the air is out of the lines, you can shut them off and you'll know that your hot water heater's full, and you can turn that on from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're not going to a campsite, we're going to go boondocking. Well, in that case, we will fill up our potable water tank. No need for water pressure regulator here. You can gravity fill this with a hose. Two ways to tell when it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or two, on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks. There's also a button for your fresh water. Once that fresh water is full, put your cap back on, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to city water. That is already pressurized. Alright, we're all set to camp with power and water. Go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. Starting here on your rear end. Got a ladder. Utilize it. Go up there and check the seams of your roof. A couple times a year, caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. Okay, back here. There's your rear stabilizing jacks. Spare tire with a cover. Looks like you have a backup camera already on there. Come around to your slide. Get some storage in there. Your fresh water drain, which we'll be able to see easier when our slides are closed. What's that white drain right there? And then your storage in between. You have a light out here, hot and cold shower. In your docking station, another little light for in here. Tank flush, we'll talk about that when we dump our black and gray tanks. City water connection, turn it the other way when winterizing. There's a spot you can turn on your water pump. Black and gray tanks. There's where you plug in your cable, there's your power. Inside here is some more storage. And on your off camp side, got an extra gray tank to dump here. It's a galley tank. Your bunk area or storage, make sure you have that closed during travel. Your front stabilizing jacks. Your propane's in here and is on a regulator. Sets right in between them. It's pointed toward the tank you wish to be using. There's your battery disconnect. That would disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come in important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide and propane detector. Again, your power tongue jack, your battery, the other side of your propane. Got a little storage right here. You are prepped for solar. You can plug in a solar panel right there and that'll trickle charge your batteries. You have a griddle out right here that will swivel out with your quick connect LP right there. For that, you have some lighting out here, like a fridge. Plugs in back there. Again, your griddle will just swivel out. Water coming from this sink will go to your galley tank over there. Coming down our campsite, again, our hot water heater. Next to that is a flue for your furnace. Two things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. And two, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of it. It does get hot. Top, a couple of outdoor speakers, porch and awning light, a vent for your microwave, access panel to the back of your fridge. Here's a lip that a griddle can sit on as well with another quick connect LP on here. So the TV out here, 110 and cable. Here's the TV mount. Extra back door, main low point drain right there. And your fresh water, and that is for a hand crank for your slide. Manual override for that. And the other one is right there. That about covers everything out here. We'll take a look on the inside. Coming up in all units, I like to point out the fire extinguisher first. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. All the way in, I'm going to look right up to my upper left and go through your control panel. There's your brand new battery. Fresh, black, gray, and galley tanks. That fresh water button's one I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. Here's where you turn on your water pump when using that potable water. Your water heater if hooked to electric. Your water heater if hooked to gas. Your tank heater, that's just a little 12-volt pad that's on your tanks if you think you're in inclement weather. Down here's your awning control. On your awning, you only want to run that out until you see that flap and that bar. If you continue to run that out, it will run itself out past that point and start to run itself out backwards. So only run it out until you can see the bar, then stop yourself. We'll run that back in. You'll see an awning light. That's here, entry light. All the rest of these are lights. Close our door. Slam locks work best when gently slammed. One time with GFCI reset right here immediately as you come in. Come around into our kitchen. We've got a self-explanatory microwave, a cooktop that has a light and fan. Glass top here makes a nice backsplash. Turn on your light, hit your spark, there's your flame. All three of these. There we go. Gas is off. Same thing with the oven. Hit that to pilot. Get inside and light your pilot light. Make sure you put this glass top down for travel. Hermetic fridge. Controllers inside your freezer part here. Mode auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you'll switch to gas. Change your mode to gas. And if this light come over here comes on, your gas is low. And then here's your temperatures. 1 through 3 being the coldest. Down below your fridge, your breaker box and fuses. Get quite a variety in there. 15, 20, 30, 40, handful of 15s. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. To the right of that is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are out boondocking somewhere, dry camping, nothing plugged in charging your battery, use that battery disconnect up front if you're going to be gone for the day to keep this from running your battery down. In the hallway here, we got lighting. Here's your thermostat. Here's your auto fan, modes, cool. Off to your heater. Crank that up. I don't want to crank that up. Fan speed, high or low, etc. Back into our bathroom. Another 110 with GFCI reset. Lighting. And a hand crank open. Power exhaust vent. 4 different settings on that fan. Little plumbing to maintain. Keep an eye on your plumbing. Back behind that boards there. Mostly PEX nowadays. Make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. Prep for a TV back here with cable and 110. Here's our lighting. With storage under our bed. Accessible from outdoors. Rest your lighting working. All these are one touch. Last thing back in this bedroom. This door, you want to make sure that it is snapped into closed open position so it's not going to bounce on you going down the road. Coming out of our bathroom, dinette area, this table will fold down onto these Put your back cushions on top, gives you another sleeping quarters. The sofa here is a trifold. Remove your back cushions. Lift up in the middle and fold your legs out. Put this down and just that quickly. You got another sofa, another sleeping area. Fold these back in. Jackknife that back down. Put your cushions back and just that quickly go back to a sofa. Roll it under here as well. You do have an extension that'll fit on your tabletop. That is right here in your bunk area. Sound system up top here. See, we can pick up in this metal building here for radio station. So music indoors. Into the back or outdoors or all three. Also Bluetooth compatible. Down below that, your LG TV. Turn it on for you. $110 here. TV. All the remotes end up going the same. Again, we're in a metal building. Gotta change channel.
Counseling with other couples.
All right, so
yeah, again, it's metal building. Shut that off. Come into your bunk area. Another door to make sure you have snapped open. The ladder for your bunk. Another sound system, same way.
I know. How are you?
All your zones.
Michael was bomb every week.
Area on TV back here in your bunk area. That is going to be access to your water lines in the back of your outdoor kitchen. Closet door, make sure you have that one snapped open. Alright, got TV's working. Make sure this door is dead bolted for travel. Top bunk. Unlatch that there, bring it down. I believe they travel better down. I would trust that down more than I would that up there. Hand crank antenna. All the way to the right when you're traveling. All the way to the left when you arrive. Another hand crank open exhaust here. Well, that about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. Remotes for your sound systems as well in there. So I like to go through and shut off all my lights. Then I can see any accent lighting I need to walk through and shut off. Just a hallway light. Everything in there is off. Another door to make sure you have secure. Vents. And lastly, a cooktop and this one touch. Then I can come back over here, turn on my living room lights, wherever they're at. There we go. And say doors and drawers. Make sure all our doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Especially these ones on your entertainment center. Make sure nothing's in between your bed and the dresser. One toward the front is going to be your living room slide. Again, doors and drawers. Make sure you walk through the unit and close everything up. Our next slide is going to be our bunk room. Excuse me, our main bedroom back there. Again, remember to check, make sure nothing's in between your bed and your dresser. Once that's in, shut off our lights. Let's see, a couple more I need to hit on my way out. And exit the unit. Before you leave the dump station, lock and deadbolt your exterior door and lift and turn that handle. If we are out boondocking, we're going to come around and dump our freshwater tank. Our drain right there. Bring up our stabilizing jacks and head on up to the dump station. If we are anywhere else, we're going to unhook our power, our water, our cable. Bring up our stabilizing jacks, hook up our hitch, and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be right behind your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Arrive, you got 10-foot hose, comes in your convenience pack. Hook that up and pull your sewer outlet. That's going to be your black handle over here on the right. Once it sounds like that's no longer draining, go inside and check and make sure your black tank is empty. If it is, grab the hose at the dump station and come up to this tank flush. Leaving that black handle open, hook that hose up and let that run for a good 5 minutes. It's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, remove that hose. Make sure all that water you just put in there has drained out. Then close your black handle. Pull a gray handle. A gray handle is going to be cleaner water. It just sinks in your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. While that's draining, come over to our main side, campsite. Get up underneath here and dump our low point drains. When them are done draining, if you're done for the season, you want to dump your hot water heater? Make sure you lift up this pressure release valve first. That's going to dump remainder of the hot water you got in there out. Push that back down, otherwise your door won't close. Then you can pull your drain plug for residual water. When them are done, come over, check that gray tank. That's empty. Close that gray handle. Grab that hose and conveniently and sanitarily store it right here in your bumper and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this V Lite for many years to come. Happy camping.